Chat should be open. Let's get this music going. Uh-huh. What's up, family? I'm super late today, but it's all right. How y'all doing? Today's gonna have to be a little different. What's up, sister? Liz Kingy. I'm probably saying that so wrong. Good evening, Jan Hastings. Man, I'm glad y'all here. Hey, I'm finally here. You're live. Good. I'm glad you made it. What's up? Today's really a freestyle type of day. I'm just getting in. Had a busy day. Hi, good evening. What's up? How you doing? Here's my unique username. Lamont said, "What's up, bro?" Yeah. Oh, I said it correct. Good. I'm glad. I hate butchering names because my name has been butchered my entire life. So, Grand Elevation. What's going on, Asar? Hope everything is well. So today, the title is Fams, and so y'all can ask any questions y'all want today. We're just gonna roll like that. If you have any questions you want to ask about any videos, anything about this image behind me, about whatever life, today that's what we're going to do. Normally, as you know, if you come to my lives, I have presentation every day. Now, before I do that though, I do have to time to turn off this music. What I do have to do first, let's just turn it down because I was vibing to this song. So the first thing I have to do is for those who are going to the event on January 2nd, 2023, 6 p.m. Central, the Shared Dreaming event, right? You have to practice lucid dreaming. So if you have a dream journal, if you've listened to me and tried to write down your dreams, that's the only way you'll be able to do this. Please let me know in the chat. If you have begun to try to write down your dreams, please let me know in the chat, okay? Because that is the first mission I gave to everybody. Every week I'll give you a different mission for lucid dreaming, but it's very vital that you remember your dreams, and you can only remember your dreams if you start writing them down every night. So it's very important. Do you know anything about dreams/lucid dreams? I know a lot about dreams and lucid dreams. For 2 years, all I did was lucid dream. And so I have a lot to share in that regard. So if you have any questions on that, I always write my dreams down and I always remember them. Good, because remembering it, gotta understand that. So if you can remember your childhood, it means you are very aware and conscious, right? It's just like when people drink alcohol and they say, I don't remember what happened. That's because your consciousness wasn't there. You wasn't conscious of yourself. You weren't aware. The more aware you are, the higher, the more you'll remember. And so the more conscious you are in your dreams, the more you'll remember. And so writing the dreams down after you come out of them is a good way to create cognitive awareness and consciousness from within the dream world. All right. I never remember my dreams. That's okay. That's why we're using a dream journal, so that we can remember them. It just means that you're very unconscious in the dream realm, which is most people, because they tell you that dreams don't matter. And if you believe that something doesn't matter, why would your brain exercise conscious energy in that domain? So y'all have to remember that. What if I don't need to write them down because they're so vivid? If you don't need to write them down, writing it down is really, I still would advise you to write it down. But writing it down is for people who need to practice and need to get to remember and jog the memory back up to remembering their dreams. But it's also good to write your dreams down anyway, because, you'd be surprised going back. Like, I go back and read my lucid dreams from my senior year in high school, and, you could write a book from some of those dreams. And so it's always good to write them down. It's always good to keep them somewhere, at least the most important ones. I have an issue remembering my dreams. Use a dream journal. I'm trying, but I really don't remember my dreams. So Jan Hastings, You know I care about you remembering your dreams. So here's what I'm going to recommend. For those who are having a hard time remembering their dreams, when you wake up tomorrow morning, before you do anything, take out your dream journal and just try to remember one thing. Whether it's a person, it's a color, one thing. That's all I ask. Try to remember one thing. It's crucial that y'all get past this stage. So when you wake up in the morning, before you check your phone, and if you're going to put the notebook on your phone, have it automatically open up to that phone. Okay? How do you remember your dreams? You got to use a dream journal. You got to wake up and ask yourself, what did I dream about? What did I dream about? Now, when you start remembering, it is going to become easier and easier and easier and easier. And before you know it, you're not going to have to write anything down like some people are saying in the chat. You're just going to know. If I do remember my dreams, I have a vague sense of what I did or that I had a dream. That's okay. Writing your dreams is going to help it become more vivid. I have a big question over what a dream about a being meant. Okay. Yeah, give me the question. Bro, they banned my main. This is my backup. Now my main. They banned it? They destroyed it? They destroyed your main profile? Am I following this one? Go ahead and give Nuance Deliverance a follow. He gives information on food in there, and they're trying to stop him. So I always tell people to follow him, just because he gives such detailed information. You don't have to agree with everything somebody says, but it's the information that you really need to get, and he delivers. Yes, I have a journal on my phone. We have to be conscious. Exactly. Okay, I have remember colors. It's funny you said that. Exactly. So those colors, hold on to that and write that down. Last night I dreamt the color pink. I don't know, right? Blue, purple, whatever the color is, just write that down and start off there. I feel I have to tell my dream to ask the question though. LOL. If that's okay, it's fine. Tell me the dream. Appreciate you, family. Yeah, no problem, brother. So yeah, for those watching now, understand that when that event comes, you're going to have a couple things done. The first thing you're going to have to do, thank you for the roses, brother. I super appreciate that. I mean, delivering those roses. I appreciate that, brother. He's at 22, 23. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, so remember, the first step to becoming a lucid dreamer is the dream journal. Now after the dream journal, you're going to start remembering your dreams more. You're going to start having understanding a pattern of your dreams. What this is going to do is once you can remember the way your dreams feel and how they are, it's going to enable you to understand when you are there. Okay? The more cognitive and conscious you become of these dreams, the more you'll understand when you're there. Now, once you understand when you're there, your brain will start telling you while you're sleeping, you're in a dream. Okay? And that's step 2. Step 2 is when you realize you're in that dream, the ability to stay in that dream. That's what we're going to be working on next week. And the week after that, we're going to be working on doing things in your dream, flying, opening up realities and doors, creating things. And so that when the event comes, sharing your dream will be easy. But you cannot go from not remembering your dreams to sharing your dream with people. It just doesn't work that way. That's why I made it so far out, so that people have the time to practice and understand that way that we can do it. How do you think the energy from our event in the dream world will manifest in the physical? Well, just imagine this. Now, I've never tried to share a dream with this many people. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. I've shared dreams with only about 2 people in my entire life. So I just wanted to put that out there first. I've never tried it on this scale. But understand this. The impact that it would have, if this works, being able, even if we can't talk to each other in the dream realm, because I don't know how that works, right? But the fact that we can even go there, if we can see each other and meet in one place, and meet different consciousness outside of this matrix, that opens up a possibility of uncontrolled communication. Uncontrolled communication, right? It's power in it. And that's what I really want to get people to realize, just how powerful they really are. All right, next image. I like to switch images. So these images, somebody asked a while back, these images are all coming from concept art that I made through for FAM's book. So these images are directly attached to FAM's. Don't worry, there will be no spoilers for you because you don't know anything about it. But these are directly attached to the book called FAM's. Okay, my front door, which was red, I haven't had a red door. The door was banging, like something was trying to get through. My husband ran towards the door to hold it closed. I backed up and thought. Okay, continue. I'm intrigued. Okay, school got abs on top of abs. Yeah. How do you think the energy from yeah, okay. And so, so in regards to dreams, I gotta understand that we cannot do the shared dreams if you guys don't take these steps seriously. So you think it could bring us? Excuse me, Ariel, was that the whole dream? I backed up and thought. Just let me know when you're finished giving me the dream. So you think it could bring us closer to oneness here and jump us to a higher frequency? It will take us. Imagine there being a realm in which you can communicate with people outside of the physical realm. I mean, just imagine that. That by itself is a major accomplishment. Thank you. I appreciate that, Arc Empire. That in itself is an amazing accomplishment. And that will change everything. Everything I do, y'all have to understand. Everything I do is meant to change everything. There's nothing that I do. I don't aim small at anything. And a lot of y'all have the same type of missions, but what happens to a lot of people in this life is people who have these missions to do these amazing grand things on this planet, y'all let these programmed robotic people tell y'all who you are. How can someone tell you who you are? They don't know who they are. Only you can tell you who you are. Maybe your parents on a certain level, but at this point in your life, only you can tell you who you are, right? And so a lot of y'all don't really live up to y'all missions because y'all got big missions. I know for a fact a lot of y'all have these grand missions that you're supposed to be doing, but y'all allow these people to get in your mind and tell you what is and what isn't possible. You know how many people are contacting me telling me that a shared dream can't happen? That people can't actually share a dream? You can't let those people dictate what you do and what you do not do. That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not letting nobody dictate. Somebody just won the Oscar, mind you. Someone just won, not an Oscar. Someone just won a Nobel Peace Prize for proving that reality is completely dependent upon the observer. It's a proven fact that all reality is completely dependent upon the observer. It is an actual fact now, right? So imagine if they allow somebody to come and say, man, that's ridiculous. Don't you know the color red is red whether you're looking at it or not? Don't you know that table is there whether someone's perceiving it or not? And if they allow somebody to stop them from that mission of discovery, right, then they would never have discovered it. And so a lot of us don't live up to our grandest of missions because we allow these other people to come in and dictate. All right, so I'm going to continue reading. Boom, 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 boom. So you think it could be blah, blah. What is the purpose of dreams? The dreams are multi-purposed. So, one is to get some rest, to rest your brain, right? It costs you a lot of energy to be here in this realm, okay? But 2, to learn. Dreams teach you. When you're asleep, unconsciously, you'll create a reality for you to learn in. To learn about your mistakes that you made. It will run you through some of those mistakes you made in very dramatic ways. Another thing that dreams can be used for, a purpose of dreams, is to connect with your ancestors, with your spirit guides. You can talk to them. Another thing dreams are good for is talking to different aspects of yourself, your higher self, your lower self, you as a child. You know, you can confront your worst fears. You can see yourself in the future. There's so much you can do. So many purposes. I couldn't even begin to tell you. Love this image. Thank you. You did it. Yep, I did it myself. Yep. But just to give you the complete context, I do it myself. Computer graphic imaging, Photoshop, and an AI. So all those together is how I get something this detailed from my imagination onto the screen. It looked like the being from AI, but skin was thicker. Then I felt relief when I saw him. I ran to him and hugged him. He hugged me, and I felt as only I can describe as hugging God. Whoever that is to you, and I felt all troubles lifted and felt love, light, and seen. Okay, I'm done. I love that dream. Hold on, let me go back. Let me see his description. It looked like the being from AI, but skin was thicker. Then I felt relief when I saw him. I don't know what being from AI you're talking about, but that's very interesting. That is very interesting. That is a very interesting dream. I couldn't begin to tell you what it means, so apologize. But that's amazing. I think that's an amazing dream. I think you should explore it more. I think you should have it again. Because you know y'all can rewind dreams. So like a headspace we could access to communicate with anyone we want, like the Akashic records. Oh, yeah, yes. I didn't know what you were saying at first. Yeah, completely, just like that. What is the purpose of dreams? I answered that one. I dreamt of a woman with white hair, like the short white eyes, like that short white eyes. She was talking me like a G though. Interesting. Grandmother though. Oh, like a grandmother though. Okay. It's all perception. Yes. So you think it could open up a headspace where we could communicate with anyone on the earth? Yeah, exactly. Awesome artwork. Appreciate that. The being after he sees the blue fairy. He sees the blue fairy. Man, you know I haven't watched AI in a long time. I used to love that movie. Let me go look that up. AI being after fairy. Oh, the aliens? Are you talking about the aliens? Yes. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Wow. Yeah, I love that movie. The movie AI is absolutely incredible, and very thought-provoking. Has anybody here seen Mr. Nobody? And then I'm gonna teach y'all about something real quick. Did anybody here see Mr. Nobody? Let's see. I'm gonna pull this one up for y'all. Here y'all go. Did anybody here see Mr. Nobody? How come? Boom. Sorry for repeating. I thought you skipped my question. No, I got you. Thank you for the answers. No problem. Neither have. It's been a while. After I saw it, made me think of it. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. How come you see people in dreams that you have no idea who they are? Because people in dreams have their own lives. So, man, we're really going down the dream rabbit hole tonight. So I was in lucid dream. You can extend time periods in which you're in the dream realm. I lived an entire life, somewhere between 80 and 100 years. And I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but you can do that. You can live entire lives within the dream realm. And in the moment, it'll feel like that time period. When you wake up, it won't feel like it was that long. Yeah, it's pretty insane. So these people, and I had a lot of time to talk to these people and converse with these people, and I'm gonna tell you, they're their own people, and it doesn't matter whether you made them or not. They're the I mean, I have children. You make people here all the time, right? And so just because you make somebody in the dream realm doesn't mean they don't have their own minds, their own souls, their own consciousness. You know, again, we're brainwashed to believe that we're less powerful than what we are, you know? I have here, Mr. Nobody is one of my favorite films of all time. If you haven't watched it, I suggest y'all go see that. Man, I'm going to be completely honest. I've been dying with anxiety recently with everything going on. This live is just relieving me. Your energy is very calming. Oh, I appreciate that. I know how anxiety can be. I come from a family with a lot of anxiety. I still get anxiety, mostly around my children and my wife. So I hear that, and I feel that. I feel you on that. She looked like the first pic of the man with white hair and white eyes, like a grandmother. Oh, that's going to be interesting when you read Fams. I'm not going to reveal who any of these people are that you're seeing. Um, they say you can dream or see things you haven't seen. Your mind can't just make it up. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of reject that notion. Your mind can create like I always thought it was weird. Like that's a completely untestable thing that they say. Like you can't make new faces in dreams. Like how do you test that exactly? Like how do they know what you can do? I mean, the human mind can literally create anything. So saying that we cannot create faces, it's just I always wonder like where do these statements about dreams come from that they make? Like how does a science I don't care what scientist it is, how do you know what people can and cannot do in the dream realm? And you haven't even lucid dreamt yourself. You know, a lot of these scientists. And before the 70s, they said lucid dreaming was fake. They had to test it. And so and then they didn't go further than that, but they just determined that it was real, that you can lucid dream. You can be conscious within your dreams. But they don't really know what they're talking about in dreams. And most of what they say about dreaming is meant to make you feel like your dreams are less important than what they are. I mean, it gets to the point that some people will say your dreams are just random, which is so odd. I don't know, man. It's so odd. But yeah, your mind can create people, can create things, and that doesn't make them any less real. I wanted someone to explain to me why when humans make things, it is therefore not real. Like I have a complete disconnect there, and we're very powerful, especially in the dream world. OMG. So then it is people we knew before. I mean, these people you see in your dreams, you've probably met them many times. I mean, again, the dream realm, when you leave and come back, these people are living their own lives. I'm trying to tell y'all, I've been there enough. I was lucid dreaming for 2 years. I spoke to many of these people. They have their own life. I mean, go talk to them. When you guys start really lucid dreaming, go talk to them. Now, there are some dream characters who are like bots, who are just like blank. They don't know anything. They're not cognitive. They're not conscious. But there's people like that here. So, so yes, I received where I had dreams about seeing a past friend. She passed away very young. It was her. I don't see why we can't say that it's these people. Prior to this matrix called civilization, there was no debate. We all knew when you see somebody who passed away in a dream that was that person visiting you. Period. Like, I don't understand. I really do not understand why people, try to downplay dreams. Dreams are magnificent and you're doing it, you know? I had dreams about, yeah, okay, I read that one. Knowing. Shout out to Deb Greg 555. I appreciate you. She is subscribed. If you haven't already and you want to subscribe, please subscribe. She has subscribed. When you say knowing, what do you mean? She said knowing question mark. I used to have dreams about her all the time, but I don't dream about her anymore. Yeah, she's she's moved on, just as you have. I get you. The things that have been seen or happening has not been settled. I always do. Where it was always a hey, how are you type of dream. Exactly. She's visiting you. She's saying hi, and that's good to hear. Because I'm not going to get into spirits and souls and consciousness after death, because a lot of that's speculation. But what's not speculation is somebody passes away, and then all of a sudden they're just in your dreams, right? And some people are going to say, "Oh, you're just thinking about them, so you're just creating them, a false version of them." I just find all that so interesting. It's just no, I meant that we have had to have it in us to create. LOL. Oh, okay, okay. No, I see what you're saying. So this thing on TikTok about asking someone in your dreams what time it is. Are you talking about when people say don't ask somebody in your dreams what time it is, and people go around saying like not to do that? So I cannot honestly tell y'all what's going to happen when you go in your dreams and ask them what time it is, but I know that time is very distorted in the dream realm. In the dream world, you look at a clock, it's all distorted, whether it's digital, whether it's a circular clock, it's all digital, it's all, it's all hard to visualize and see. So, yeah, it's, here we go. Let's go put this one up. So, yeah, but I don't think they would do anything. There are beings in the dream world that want you sleep, that are going to do everything in their power to get you to be unconscious, just like here, right? And there was one time when an old woman in the house had a, she brought me in the house, and they'll offer you food sometimes. Do not, do not eat the food. Right, make your own food. That's one of my rules in the dream realm. Unless I trust them, I don't let them cook me food because there was this old woman who was feeding me cookies, and the cookies were making me unconscious in my dreams. She wanted me to go back to dreaming and finish my dream in her house. I'm not going to go beyond that because it gets pretty weird. But yeah, there are people in the dream realm that do not want you lucid dreaming for whatever reason. And if it becomes too noticeable, sometimes they'll call like the dream cops. That's why I always leave and go to other realms when I am in when I'm in the when I'm in the dream world. I'll leave and go somewhere else where there's nobody trying to get me to go back, to sleep. But I'll try it and let y'all know. I'm never scared in the dream realm. I'm unlimited. You have unlimited power in there. I fear nothing. Um, if I have a dream about being pregnant, depend how. If I guess that's not true. There was one thing I was scared of in the dream realm. I asked my subconscious to summon my worst fear incarnated as a being because I wanted to face my worst fear, and I had a sword in my hand. I wanted to fight it. And man, the dream changed, the clouds changed, the field changed, and I could just feel this giant thing manifesting. Man, I left. So that was the only time that I got scared. That was the one time I got scared lucid dreaming. But I was trying to conquer my worst fear. So this is the type of stuff I used to do when I used to lucid dream. And that was the only time that I feared anything in the dream realm. If I have a dream about being pregnant, depend how if I do the labor pain, someone dies, I can see the. I don't know what you're saying. You might have to retype that question. Guess I meditated, looking out my door peephole, and saw a whole different world of pure silver aura. Wow, that's dope. Oh, knowing the movie. No, I haven't. Tell me more about it. Who knowing the movie? Is that what it's called? Knowing the movie? I figured that. Yeah, I track of the day from Thursday till Saturday. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm a little behind y'all questions because I'm trying to answer everybody's questions in detail. I'm excited for January 2nd. Me too. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I don't care if it's only us 33, us 32 people in there. It's going to be awesome. Oh, yeah, if you haven't already, please make sure you like and share. I normally ask a lot earlier, but, that does help a lot, y'all. So if you would be so kind, please do not forget to like and share. Okay. I've also had a dream where a face come down from the clouds and a force pushes me down. Interesting. Death color Death color all of died, and if you hurt my feelings, you get sick or something happens. My mama hurt. I don't know what you're saying. I lost track of time. Where? Thank you, Ronald McLean. Shares this all the time. He always shares live. I appreciate you, man. Every single time. Reliable. Thank you to the people who come here every day. I really do appreciate y'all, and I see y'all, and I notice y'all, and I follow all y'all who come here every day. I appreciate that. Niren said, "Oh, I don't know if she was saying oh to me or not." I raised my hand up and said, "Get away from me." It came closer, and I pushed my hand harder upwards. Then I said, "Leave me alone." And a pulse pushed it away, and I was able to get up and get away. I wonder what that was. Next time, when you meet conflict in the dream realm, ask them questions. Say, why are you here? What do you want? Man, sometimes you find out what these things want, blows your mind. Blows your mind. OMG, I seen me unalived in a dream, and I was outside my body looking for my person who killed me. Yeah, I've died in my dreams before. Normally, I just wake right up, but there's been times where I haven't. And that's why I always tell people it's a myth, like, don't die in a dream, you're not. Like, that's a myth. Big myth. Wow, that's deep. It is deep. She didn't have to have the operation. How do you lucid dream? First, you get a dream journal. You write down your dreams to make sure you can remember your dreams. If you can't remember your dreams and you lucid dream, then you won't even remember the fact that you lucid dreams. No point, right? So you got to remember your dreams. The more you remember your dreams, the more you understand your dreams, the more you'll start realizing when you're dreaming that you are dreaming. And the more vivid your dreams will become. Now, once you start realizing that you're dreaming, right, this is step 2. You have to stay in there because your body's automatically going to try to wake you up as soon as you become conscious. So you can spin in a circle. There's a lot of things you can do, but stay in the dream at all costs. Do not leave the dream, right? Now, from there, you do what you want. You got to learn how to fly. You got to learn how to make things out of nothing. You got to learn how to travel from one place to another, to teleport. Yeah, for some people it's easy. For some people it's hard, but everybody can do it. This reminds me of when I had a dream of being on this circular platform. There was a man in black. Interesting. How did you learn to lucid dream? I learned, I just read books, watched videos. I was a senior in high school. Read books, watched videos. That's it. A movie inspired me called Waking Life. I watched that when I was a senior in high school. It blew my mind. Blew my mind. Mind blown. Couldn't believe it. I got obsessed with it. For 2 years, I was lucid dreaming. Man, it was good times. Sitting on a throne, we battled. I was a child at the time. Very interesting. Yes, Knowing the movie. Let me look that up. Knowing, question mark. Knowing. It's a movie called Knowing. Sci-fi thriller. A science fiction thrill piece starring Nicolas Cage, protagonist, bringing concept of science and religion. All right, I'm gonna look into it. Thanks. I like movies, so as long as it's not horror, told you I'm done with it. I was addicted to them. They don't scare me, but I think they pervert my imagination into twisted darkness. It's not good for you if you lucid dream either or meditate. I'm excited to see everyone's light bodies in the dream world. It's going to be so beautiful. It's going to be amazing. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's going to be so awesome to share a dream. I'm trying to tell y'all. Just wait on it. Thanks for the share, Asar. Thanks for the share, Nuance Deliverance. I appreciate that, brother. Nuance shared the live with more than 5 friends. I appreciate it. If you have not already, please share. If you have not already, please like. I appreciate it. It means a lot. It helps a lot. I met my spirit guide in a dream once, and I told my mom about it, and we have the same exact guide. Whoa, that's deep. Might be an ancient ancestor who decided to stay back behind to watch over you. I don't know that to be sure. I'm just saying it could be. Right? A few nights ago, a few people robbed me at gunpoint. What? Are you okay? That sounds pretty intense. In the real world? Yeah, that's intense. Yes, and you can go back in. Yep. I felt my dream wanted to keep me from going forward. When I ran away, the ground flooded in two. Facts. My whole life, I never remember my dreams. Yeah, don't worry, you can. You can train your brain to remember your dreams. This image is awesome. My favorite so far. This one, because I'll be late sometimes. Um, I'm glad you like it. I will be eventually releasing these photos, but yeah, these photos are all things that have been given to me for FAMS, the book that y'all know is coming early 2023, and yep. So I'm glad you like it. I think that you are all in for, especially those who read the first book. I think you're in for, you know, a really crazy ride with FAMS, and more importantly, the instructions that you are all going to be given in FAMS. Can't wait. It's going to change everything. This image is awesome. Horses ran up to me. One ran to drink water. The other one came up to me and bowed his head to pet. Interesting. Nicolas Cage. Yep, I saw him. I saw these in there. Thanks for that recommendation. I'm going to check it out. My grandmother, where do you stream this? Where I don't have to pay for it? Dang. Free on Amazon Prime? All right, great. My grandmother and Satan was fighting, so I grabbed him and didn't burn my hands. She told me to get back. Interesting. Satan, the enemy. So you got to break that down. A lot of y'all got to remember, dreams communicate with you with images. So the enemy grabbed your grandmother. It's very interesting. Thanks for sharing the live. Here is my unique username. It's such a funny username. Thanks for sharing, Niren. I'm probably destroying that. I don't watch horror, but if I do, it's daytime. Yeah, stay away from horror, y'all. I know y'all get mad at me because people like us get addicted to horror. I know y'all don't like hearing it. Stay away. Stay away. They're aiming at y'all. Horror films are weaponized against you. It's there to corrupt your mind. Just think about what type of mind you would have if it wasn't corrupted with, these abstract, terrible creatures that flood your imagination and convince you that you're in danger when you're not. You're literally paying to be traumatized. Because some of them, as you know, most horror flicks are just not scary. But man, you watch enough horror flicks, you're going to find that one. You're going to find it. When the ground flooded, it looked like that salt lake that reflects off the ground. Wow. The people I share it with is not talking about it. I'll check it out. Knowing. I'll check it out. Be careful, please. Who, me? Do you journeying like drumming? I don't know what that means. My shares are not into the first book, but are spiritual. Your friends? Yeah, the first book is only made for specific people. It's not just made for spiritual people. FAMS is made for everybody, but the first book is made for the people who are going to change things forever. So, yeah. Not everybody can even spiritually comprehend that book. I was 16 at the time. Shamanic. Word. Hey, bro, I got a question. Ask it. Y'all can ask anything tonight. Y'all can ask about whatever you want to ask about. Hello, hey, what's up? Icy Doll. It's a cool name. If you haven't already, please share and like. I appreciate it. I went to this astral world and it's super, super advanced. They live in the coolest lives. Yeah, man, there's some places in the astral realm. I've been to some pretty advanced places in the astral realm. I've been in some pretty crazy places, but the reason why I don't like to talk about the astral realm is because it is not all rainbows and sunshine. It is not, and if you explore enough, you'll find some things. And, yeah, I'll just say that. But yeah, it can be a very great fun experience. I had a lot of fun. Um, but I want everybody to be responsible when it comes to all these spiritual things. Oh, the other day I was studying in the back, and Ambrose and Coffee was fighting on WWE. Stuff comes off horror movies like The Ring. I love the first book. The Questions from the Creator. Yes, the first book, man. The first books, man. Remember, that was revealed to me. So I was just going through the same thing I was going through while y'all were reading it. Mind blown. I cried a couple times. You know, blown away. Yeah, I will never watch The Ring again. I'm not even going to bring up the movie. There's 3 movies. I promised myself I will never, ever watch again. One of those was The Ring. But y'all, hey man, if y'all want to fool around with that stuff, hey, go ahead, go ahead. Just do your thing. After all, you're one with the all anyway. Everything hurting you is you anyway. I went to the astral for a second, and I spent the last 2 years trying to get back. Sometimes there's spirit guides and ancestors who do not allow you to travel the astral realm. I was put on timeout. I was doing, again, I was only about 19, 20. I was doing a lot of things I shouldn't be doing in the astral realm. And I got locked in my room. I tried to escape for a year, and then I just let it go. I understood that somebody felt like somebody with some authority over me, and normally if someone has authority over you in any type of spiritual realm, they're connected to you blood-wise. And or they're some being that just has authority of that realm. And so, yeah, I was locked to the room. And so I stopped and I learned my lesson. I didn't respect it. I did things I wasn't supposed to do. I was going places I wasn't supposed to go. I was interacting with things I shouldn't interact with because I thought it was all a game. And then I was locked out. So y'all have fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm still locked out. I haven't tried. I stopped. How can I grow crazy powerful spiritually, be able to do supernatural type stuff? Meditate a lot. Meditate, fast, in darkness. You guys want a crazy experience? You really want it? Because I could tell y'all what to do. And you don't have to buy a DMT. Go into a dark room for 2 days. Go in there with just maybe some grains of rice. And I never recommend people to eat rice, but something empty, right? Pieces of bread, maybe some rice, some water. I'm not recommending this as a health physician, but y'all, I'm just saying this will give you spiritual experiences. Go in there in the dark, no light for 2 days, in a meditative state for 2 days. Do not lay down to go to sleep. Remain in a meditative pose with your eyes closed in the dark. And don't eat anything but those grains of rice or those pieces of bread, something empty, and some water. Yep. You'll get some power, all right. Yeah, y'all got to go through it, man. You got to go through this. There's initiations. Astral travel is not something you can force. It's a blessing from the Creator. That's it. That's all. Yeah, it is a blessing. And I definitely think that my 19-year-old self abused it. Horror is not positive for us. No, it is not. Horror. Horrific. Has anyone had feelings of something coming? Just me? Okay. Hello. No, we're coming. That's the feeling that you have. It's like when people ask for projected, I feel a presence in the room. You are the presence. That's something you all feel coming. That's y'all. But they teach you it's not you, so you just wait. And I feel like something is coming, and y'all just sitting you wait. So nothing happens. So there is something coming, and it's us. It's hard for people to wrap their heads around that you're that powerful being that you've been waiting on, or that you're a part of that powerful being, or that you're one with that powerful being. Let me give y'all a question. How do you know that powerful being isn't waiting for you? So next one. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Will you answer a question? I am answering questions. I thought I was answering questions this whole time. I thought I was answering questions. I don't. I just found that to be answering questions. Yo, thanks for all the likes, y'all. Thanks for all the shares. I appreciate it. I don't think it's my guide holding me back at the time. It felt like someone was pulling me into the astral against my will, but I was scared and unprepared. Now I'm ready, and I can only get halfway out. Well, you got to keep trying. You got to keep trying. Can I ask a question? Please ask anything you want to ask. Tonight is question night. Y'all can ask all the questions that you want and that you have. Switching images again. Boom. All right. So, can I ask a question? My body word. Thanks for the follow, music editor. Ambrose was Daniel, and Coffee was the dev. Daniel 1. I was book studying on the third eye. Huh. I put work by the bed every night. Thank you. You're welcome. Can you answer a question for me? Yes. Yes. Music editor, ask the question. I got you. Don't worry. Footomania, thanks for the follow. Please share. Want to read the book but can't get it. Why not? What's stopping you from getting it? Please explain to me. I will help you. Who is God? Who is God is so funny. I wrote an entire thesis on that. Please do not ever worry about who is God. Do not ever try to figure out who is God. Because, I could ask a bunch of questions. Which God are you talking about? But even if you were to tell me which God you're talking about, and I assume that you're talking about the Most High, El Elyon, Amen Re, right? The one exalted above all, the one God above all, the highest manifestation of existence, right? But understand this. Everyone trying to understand the personal subjective side of God is ridiculous. I'm going to tell you why. So let's say, I go up to my mom. To me, my mom is mom. To my grandma, my mom is daughter. To my stepfather at the time, my mother is wife, lover. And to my aunt, my mother is sister. Trying to argue about the personal, subjective side of God, it's like all of us arguing about which one's correct about my mother. When the reality is, my mother is much more than a mom, much more than a sister, much more than a lover or wife, much more than a daughter. She is who she is. And that who will always be a mystery to me because I'm not in her mind. And it's so if we argue about who people are, and if people are hard to figure out who they are, that subjective side, it's just so intriguing that people believe they can know who is God. I think you can know the what, or I think you can have an idea of the what, but even that's hard. And the who of God is completely incomprehensible. But the close, if I had to answer your question, I would say that you are. And see, there's a problem because that's when make a lot of people angry. And so I don't like to talk about the Who. I always get a feeling of it going to be time to fight and a feeling of protect. Oh, yeah. But you got to fight in the right way. Music editor, God is the creator. Yep, God is the creator. That's a what, though? But definitely the creator. This, her, her. It has more than one. What do you think? I don't know what you mean by that. What do you think of these people who are given prophetic word from the Christian God? I don't think anything of prophetic people. You know, everybody has their own, journey, and so I don't really have thoughts. You have prophecy from your religion, good. You have something to further your own religion, good. I have no problem with people's religions. I have no problem with other people's gods. Completely comfortable with it. I enjoy it, in fact. The pick is her / or older version of him. I cannot wait for y'all to read this. We are gods and goddesses. And so, no problem, music editor. I am a goddess. God is who, they, it, him, her is to you. Word. I meant, what do you think their source of prophetic word is coming from? So if they're legit, I believe it's coming from a higher source of power. Okay, so I don't like to talk about God and gods too much when it comes to specifics because everybody has their own beliefs. But I, believe that there's no reason to think that other people's deities don't exist. And there is no reason to think that their religions are not valid in their own right. And there's no reason to think that there isn't a realm in which the answers are being given by beings that you cannot comprehend that we have named God. What do you say about being awake and believing but not practicing? What does that mean for the end times as we are here? Well, the end time is always a cycle. And so, if you're in a matrix like people are in a matrix. People are in civilization. Civilization is a matrix. So a lot of people are, who I told you, Cypher. If y'all remember Matrix, Cypher's the one who really, he took the red pill. But he decided to go back. He went to the agent and said, man, I just want to go back to the Matrix. So you got a lot of Cyphers. I wouldn't trust Cyphers if I were you. People who know that this is wrong, but they pretend like this is right. I would not hang around them. Yep. And I would keep my distance. And I would not judge. But it doesn't really matter because the time has come to escape the matrix. So for those of you who are coming along with us, let's go. And you won't need me. Listen, I don't got to be there. I keep telling her, I cannot wait for y'all to be fans because you'll realize how much you don't need me there. How much you can all do this with your own collective and groups of people. Now, you can come with me if you want. I invite y'all. I love y'all. But we're all going to get out. Some people are going to stay, and that's okay. That's their destiny. It's all about being a good person, loving each other, standing up for the wrongs. Word. How would you define someone who acts like a cipher here in this realm? So, someone who acts like a cipher, they are the archetype of Cypher, the archetype of Judas, the archetype of the betrayer. These are the people, okay, who cannot help it. They are programmed. So even when they realize that they are in a matrix in civilization, that civilization is a zoo made for humans, they're in captivity, these are the same people. If you ever knew about an enslaved man named Nat Turner, he was going around freeing enslaved people. Do you know who ratted him out? It was another enslaved person who knew that they were enslaved, who knew slavery was wrong, but their programming could not allow them to let people escape it. You gotta stay. These people will drag you down. Okay? The way you identify them is they will always tell you to remain stagnant. They will give you all the consciousness. There's so many TikTok creators who are ciphers. I'm trying to tell y'all, in this space of enlightenment and consciousness and spirituality, in this space, there's so many of them. They are ciphers. They are here to keep you in a stagnant state. They will tell you, they'll show you my videos telling people that they're the chosen, telling people that they're here to change the world. They'll say that's egotistical to think that we can change anything. Those are those people. Just go look at my videos talking about the first book. You'll see they'll just start piling up. Go look at the video talking about how the chosen have to change things and have to step up and have to do things. They'll come in and say there are no chosen. There's nobody here to do anything special. Those are your ciphers. Now, somebody who's a cipher does not have to stay a cipher. Some of y'all watching this are ciphers. I see y'all. But you don't always have to stay what you are. Whatever archetype you're in, you can change. You can move. You can be a cipher today and a year later be a Neo. But when people are in that cipher mode, stay clear away. Stay clear away. Okay, so they are billions of years of you. I like what Asar's doing. Asar's deep, man, coming here every time. I'm autistic, so see all angles. I don't pretend any of it right. I just see the truth. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. People who are on what they call the spectrum for autism, and no offense, I don't like to use the term like spectrum for autism because I think that so my mom teaches autistic children all her life. Well, not anymore. Now she teaches teachers who teach autistic children. And so I don't like to use the term autistic spectrum because a lot of times they use these names and these words to change our perspective on reality. So when you have somebody who comes in here with a certain level of consciousness, the consciousness that allows them to see things in full, instead of saying that this person is tremendously gifted, we say, man, there's something off about them. There's something wrong with them. And so some of those terms I don't like, but that's dope. That's dope, and that you can see, because I know that you can see it all. But like, keep seeing about rising, but faith and whatnot involved. You have to rewrite that. I didn't understand it. The Crab. Is that another movie? You give me more movies? Because people are afraid of the unknown and comfortable being in a cage because it's all they know. Exactly. It's all they know. All they know is the cage. All they know is the cage. I almost cried when I found out. If y'all don't know, most of my studies are in, Black history. Because during my first awakening, that's where I was at. And it breaks my heart that, Malcolm X, photographer, was in the CIA, was in the FBI, and that he was set up by people he used to know. So it's sad, man, but people don't want to leave. You start breaking down the matrix, man. There are ciphers and Judas all around you. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. And you cannot be too merciful. You are right. Listening first, the one word can make me turn. Listening first, the one word can make me turn. You got to explain that. That one I ain't get. I'm trying to tell you, has been a new quote in my life. I'm trying to tell you. Word. This is really why people call others crazy or conspiracy theorists. Yes, they're trying to keep you. Listen, I always tell people, so if there's a conspiracy that I believe that you know is wrong, then let's talk about it. Because I'm not always right. There are conspiracies I believed in the past and I know are wrong now. And there's conspiracies that I didn't believe in the past that I know are true now. And so there should not be a shut them down for saying that conspiracy. No. Let's talk. Prove or disprove the point. Now, there are some conspiracies floating around in TikTok that I just don't agree with, y'all. And there are a lot that I do agree with. And that's okay. We can all think differently. But yeah, they'll come and say conspiracy theories will shut you down with that. The crab will pull either down where they are. Word. But get this, the whole crab in the bucket thing, right? Pulling the crabs down. The crabs are actually saving each other. Because they're going out of the crab bucket into the boiling hot water. And so they're really just trying to stay together, trying to stick together. So it's an interesting metaphor. I was freaking completely disturbed when I found out my mom was put. I was like, I looked at, I never forget. I opened the bag and I see blue crabs. I said, Mom, what's wrong with these crabs? They're blue. My mom says, boy, ain't nothing wrong with those crabs. I went, but Mom, crabs are red. I'm like, Mom, but crabs are red. She goes, boy, that's after you cook them. I'm like, oh, okay. That makes sense. So how do you cook them? She said, oh, yeah. We just drop them in this boiling hot water. In the boiling hot water? She said, yeah, we just drop them in the boiling hot water. That's what we do. Alive? She said, yeah. Freaked me out as a kid. I know some of y'all, most of y'all probably weren't bothered by that, but as a kid, freaked me out. Could not believe that we were going to. I had no problem with. I never had a problem with. I know some of y'all do. I never had a problem with killing an animal for food. That's just nature. But anything tormenting just always disturbed me. So, sorry, limited text is hard communication style. Yes, it is. Do you know Dr. Sebi? I am very familiar with Dr. Sebi and what they did to him. From Cypher to Neo, exactly. There are truths that are being hidden that most don't want to know, so they let it slide. These are facts. Interesting. Yep. Thanks for all the stars and the hearts. www.ks. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. The best way to learn is to listen, and people are so busy talking they can't learn. Yes. Nobody's listening. Everybody just wants to talk. Everybody wants to be the main character. So, Dr. Sebi was great, man. We will see him on the other side. Dr. Sebi. And it's coming from somebody. I didn't agree with everything Dr. Sebi said, but I knew that he could cure cancer and AIDS. I know that. I know that he has a method specifically that could have saved millions, if not billions, of people's lives. But his method isn't lucrative for the pharmaceutical companies. And that's all I will say, because I don't want to get flagged for misinformation. People are afraid of something new. He was a great healer. Yes, he was. But you see, we got to get more serious. Here's some of the problems with any conscious community. People do not go hard enough on scientifically documenting and recording and spreading. There should be 100 Dr. Sebis. And I know there's some people who claim they can do what Dr. Sebi can do, but a lot of them really can't. There should be hundreds. There should have been a Dr. Sebi Academy. You understand? And a lot of times what holds us back, is that people for some reason don't want to pay other conscious spiritual people, but I'd have paid insane amounts of money to go to a Dr. Sebi Academy. But I can guarantee you, if Dr. Sebi would have came out and said, "Yeah, I got an academy, I charge $10,000 a year for it," people would say, "Oh, he's a scam artist." The man got to sustain himself. The man deserves it. He's trying to become free too. He's trying to. A lot of us have to buy our freedom. But you'll go to that university around the corner and pay them $50,000 to learn about nothing. You'll pay them $60,000 a year to not get a job in that field. So we got to get serious, y'all. You know, I'm not saying you got to necessarily pay, but I'm saying the fact is that Dr. Sebi's teachings could have been everywhere. You know, they say that about Sadhguru. Sadhguru charges for his academy. Good for him. You know, I don't think there's anything. I never understood that. Me, I try to make my book free because when the source gave it to me, I was told that it needed to be accessible to everybody. Like money should not limit people from receiving this revelation. So one of the things I did was made sure that I put it on a platform, which is Audible, that allowed people to get it for free. But it still sustains me and my family. So the company's paying me, even though you're getting it for free. But you know, the point is, I don't want to get into too much like money and the conscious and spiritual people because I know everybody's so sensitive about that. But my main point is that you gotta support these people. It's already hard enough to be spiritual and conscious in this world. It's called The First Book. It's in the link at the top of my profile. It's already hard enough, right? It's specifically written for the chosen, so know that before you read it. It's already hard enough to live in a world where you're scrutinized for being spiritual and conscious. You're already taking a risk and being poor because you're going outside of what mainstream is funding. But then the people who you're helping don't want to pay you. I mean, it's insane. Dr. Sebi should have owned hundreds of thousands of acres. And I hate that people even have to own land, but this is the world that you live in. And it just bothers me that a lot of these people who are conscious and spiritual are being asked to help everybody, but no one wants to help them back. It's just the most odd thing about this, the spiritual and the conscious communities. I remember somebody came on my live saying, "Man, why is everybody charging me for tarot cards?" Now, I'm not one to do tarot cards at all. I'll take a reading. I don't pay for them, not because I think it's wrong to pay for them. I just have no intrigue in doing that for myself. But if you do, there should be no problem in paying them because they got to eat too. And until we get into FAMs, you're going to need money. Now, once we do FAMs, you're not going to need money. Once you're in it, you're not going to need money. It's not that you can't use it and touch it. You can do whatever you want with it. But you won't need it because you'll be free. Once you're established in a FAMS community, food, forest, foraging, anti-fragile modern society, you won't need any money. Right? You won't need any money. You'll probably still want money, but you won't need it. But we're not there yet, people. So we got to be very, reasonable with these people that we're asking to help us. Why does everybody think that things are good for you shouldn't cost anything? It's so interesting, right? It's just so interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Is this lucid dream interaction being recorded while in live consciousness? No one will be able to record the dream. It'll be unrecordable. But Yeah, I haven't decided not whether we're going to remain live when we all go to sleep. I haven't decided on that because I don't like to be recorded while I'm dreaming. So we'll probably turn it off and then come back the next day. Um, yeah, I think that's better. I think we'll all go to sleep and out in the live when us going like after the meditation, we'll go to sleep and we will wake up and we'll come on live that day and we'll talk to each other about it and we'll try to find people who we saw on the other side. Are you the person who did this? Are you the person who did that? And we'll share our experiences. It's been scientifically proven all diseases are from parasites. Oh yeah, I mean, all diseases we create these diseases. The funny thing is, viruses and stuff aren't even the main ones killing us. It's cancers and heart diseases, uncommunicable diseases. There is no God but Allah. Okay, I hear you. What's up with the pic? It's a pic from Fam's book. How do we help people? It depends on what people you're talking about. It's just the natural hypocrisy inside of humanity. Oh yeah, when humanity's in a matrix, we can be very hypocritical. Yahweh is Elohim. So Yahweh is the gods? Is that what you mean to say? Arm, leg, arm, head. Allah. Yeah, I learned that a long time ago. You know, arm, leg, arm, head, God, body. Yeah, I'm familiar with all that knowledge, y'all. I research herbs and spread truth about it. I myself take Haritaki. It helps me spiritually. Good. That's dope. I recommend that other people do it as well. What is life teaching you? Life teach me everything. You know, life is everything. Life is the ultimate teacher. I couldn't tell you everything that life teaches me. It teaches me all the time. It's teaching me now. There is no God but Allah. Thank you. Let's see. There's no God but Allah. Are you going to come and spam my chat, man? Why don't you explain to us your beliefs instead of saying there is no God but Allah? And I respect Islam very much, so you could just talk in here. You don't gotta do that, man. You don't gotta come in here spamming us. You can just talk. I'm sure everybody here has a different perspective on God. I would love to have FAM's community. You will have it. You'll have it. It'll be yours. The name of the only one true God is Allah. Interesting. Very interesting. You said we're being asked to help. We're being asked to help. Oh, I'm saying like people who have something to offer you, like in the spiritual and conscious communities, when they ask for help, when they ask for funds or money, everybody gets angry at them. And I think that is unproductive. I never heard of FAMs. Give me the rundown, please. So, you have the Garden of Eden, which is just the place humans are supposed to be. That's what spiritual people call it. Scientists call it the human EEA. That means the place, or I should say, the environment humans have evolved and adapted for. I call it FAMS. Food, forest, foraging, hunting, anti-fragile modern society. All three of these terms really are just talking about your natural environment, the place outside of man-made matrix, which is civilization. Prior to the matrix, which is civilization, human life was way better. This is a scientific fact. There are anthropologists and archaeologists who will tell you the same exact thing. Humans were healthier. They lived longer, right? And they were happier, way happier. You had some extremely advanced hunter-gatherer people, and you had some pretty basic nomadic hunter-gatherer people, but all these people were happier than us, healthier than us. And the civilization, the matrix, right, has convinced us that this is not the place for us. Now, understand when you manifest anything, it comes from here into the physical, and then from the physical back into here. It's like an echo chamber, bounces back and forth. In order to escape the matrix, you must create FAMs. You must create it. That's a very short rundown, brief rundown. The gateway process. Word. Thanks for spreading such truth, love, and light to you. Teach us then your way. We are an open mind. Be more specific, please, Asar, if you're talking to me. 11:11 on the clock where I'm at. That's 10 over here. I'm out in on the center of America. I don't listen to people that search externally when they can't even save themselves. Okay, I think I can learn something from everybody. Babies teach me. I'm different. I don't really look at it like that. Anybody can teach me something. I listen to everybody because everybody has something to say. Even if I disagree with it, I can still learn. Now I have my limits. I ain't gonna listen to you too much if I already understand what you say. But I try to, at least. To obtain knowledge of a trade, you had to start as an apprentice. Those are very true words. There is only one God, and we are Him having a human experience. I am you, you are me. I like that. We are all expressions of God. That's the truth. That's all we have been, is to search outside of us. Ask the teacher, ask your parents, ask adults. How do we start to create FAMs? It's a book. When I release the book, you'll have all the instructions. It's not something I could just tell you over live. It doesn't work like that. You're going to have to study it. You're going to have to read it. You're going to have to take notes. You're going to have to, meet up with certain people. You're going to have to really take it seriously. It's not something I could just tell you. So it's going to be a book. But yeah, Lion Queen Corner, I'm glad you're asking. And you could build it without me. You won't need me. That's the best part about it. Who created the heavens and earth? Do you know? God. The source, the all. Everyone's got their own unique talents and skills. Those are facts. Or how do we find a FAM's community? They're not out here yet. They will be, though. By the end of 2023, you're going to see a sharp spike in FAMs and people building it. Trust me, it's about to get crazy, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all it's about to get crazy. It's really about... Y'all think that what we're doing right now on this TikTok is something? Y'all, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is nothing. This is nothing. I'm on a mission. This, what you're seeing now, this is just like the warm-up. This is nothing. This is nothing. So, I just hope y'all ready. To him, the guest, the quest? I don't know what you were saying right there, sorry. I am an empath and feel a connection to your message. I'm glad. You probably are connected to this message. Follow the host. Thank you for the follow. Milv Ga6? GA6? Oh. Okay, did you remember your dream last night? Yes, I did. I had multiple dreams. Hey, brother, you know one of the greatest meteor showers is supposed to be going on all night? Tonight? He is very warming and calming. Do you guys know that Jesus is Muslim? I mean, I've heard that before. I've been ready. I'm glad you're ready, because it's about to get crazy. It is about to get crazy. And, a lot of people confuse me for like most of these people online who just be talking the talk. They just got knowledge to share. I got knowledge to share, but it's all connected to my mission. And many of you have the same mission, but a lot of you don't realize yet. So, it's going to be. All I can tell y'all is that when FAMS comes out, it's going to be world changing. It's going to be world changing. Did you do this drawing? I do all this through computer editing, photoshopping, and then at the end, I use AI to make it look as amazing as it looks. I promise y'all, when I was doing the photoshopping, cutting things, putting it here, putting it there, it didn't look all like that, but it's my imagination, photo editing, photoshopping, and I throw some AI on that baby. A really advanced AI program, and it puts it all together right. I appreciate you all. Now it's just awesome, love and light. Love and light. Hey, Jay Hanson, before you go, remember, when you wake up in the morning, write your dream down in your journal. Whatever you can remember, a color, a person, whatever you can remember, write it down. As soon as you wake up, don't do anything else. What is one of your funniest dreams? Funniest dreams? Funniest dreams? I have, you gotta understand, all my dreams are weird. All of them. I don't know. Wish I could answer that for you. Thanks for the hearts. www.ks. Jesus is one of the greatest prophets of Allah, like Abraham, Ishmael, Israel. I used to study Islam a lot, so I already know where you're going. I know that Mary is considered, I think, the most important woman on the planet. I know that in Islam, Muslims love Jesus, and you would say Jesus, peace be upon him, and that he is a prophet, and that God enabled him to do a lot of things that we call miracles. But the disconnect is that you all would not call him the God, nor would you call him the Son of God. Yeah, I'm very familiar with this stuff, man. I've studied many, many religions. I'm on it, brother. Thank you. I love my dreams. I can remember a majority of them. Yes, I can't wait to dream tonight. But are you saying your replica? I don't know what that is. Your replica. I don't know. A replica? I don't know what you mean by that. You got to clarify. Well, if not the funniest, what is a funny dream that comes to mind? My dreams aren't laughable. But I can tell you something funny in my first lucid dream. My first lucid dream I'll never forget. I was in there, and the first thing you realize when you're really lucid dreaming, some of you haven't made it as far as you go. The first thing you should try is like, yo, what is my name? What is my name? What is my name? My name is Elohim, Ali. Okay, boom. I got my name. Then you're like, okay, who are my parents? Okay, Brenda, Kareem. Okay, boom, boom. Got my parents, so I'm trying to get it all. And then I'm like, all right, now I got it. I'm ready to fly. And I could not fly for the life of me in my lucid dream. So I was like, I cannot fly. My brain wouldn't allow me to fly. So what my mind allowed me to do, I'm like, around the corner there's a school. That school must be a lucid dreaming school. And a lucid dreaming school just popped up. So I went to that school and they taught me how to fly. And I left there and I flew in the sky, and that was the beginning of my lucid dream journey. Good times. Yes, sir. In the Quran, we have a complete chapter named after Mary. Yep. I'm very familiar, sir. I'm very familiar. Nate said, never mind. Sorry I couldn't answer what you want to answer. Why don't they consider him the Son of God? So, and he could probably explain it better than me, but in Islam, it is blasphemy to make man God and God man, and to make God born out of a woman's body, right? The whole thing in the nation is blasphemy. One of the most crucial parts in Christianity is blasphemy within Islam. But he can explain it better than me. Lately, been dreaming about transforming from different elements in the forest. Wow, that's deep. Lately, I've been a caterpillar bathed in the mud, and I come out as air from a mud bubble. You know what? That's some deep stuff. I like that. You earned a follow. All right, Katie Harper, father host. Thank you for the follow. What's the purpose of writing my dreams down? So you can remember them better. EG7, Son of God, doesn't make sense. What up from OKC? I'm in Oklahoma. What's up? I can't tell y'all where because, it's not safe on the internet. But I'm in Oklahoma. I wouldn't advise anybody to come here unexpected. More dangerous than I look. How am I supposed to be of God, if God is not of me? That's deep. Good question. A God is God. He is only one. He is not born, and he has not begotten anyone. He is unique. Yeah, see, I told y'all. Yeah, I used to study this stuff, man. I know where you're going. We can have a conversation about it. I've studied all major religions since I was, when did I start studying these religions? Since I was 15. That's when I started. Because I was afraid I was going to go to hell, so I started intensely studying all these religions. And then, I became a philosophy and religion major in college. And then I taught it for years. And so, yeah, I'm very tips for lucid dreaming. Yeah, have a dream journal. Watch positive things. Think positively. Question your reality every day. Question, am I dreaming? Do that all the time. Check your clocks. God is you. You are divided from God through levels of consciousness. Deep. Always wanted to, but was raised to think it was demonic. Think that what was demonic? Lucid dreaming? If people think that Jesus must be God because he was born without a father, then Adam is bigger God. Because Adam was born from no mother and no father. Why you don't consider him God? Sir, you're not at a Christian function. Sir, like you're looking for like Christians. There's some Christians on here, I'm sure. I myself do not have a religion. I only have a relationship with God. So I'm just going to listen to you. I'm not even going to debate you because I have no stake in the game. Like I don't want to. I don't want to convert you to anything. I don't. I'm not going to be converted. So I'm just. There's no point of trying to debate me on this. I'm just going to listen to you. And that's it. But I've heard almost everything you're saying so many times. We are all a fraction of the God consciousness. These are facts. You mean everything is God. No source energy, no religion, only relationship, exactly. Well, family, I appreciate everybody, but my phone is about to go to sleep. It is 10:27 p.m. I love y'all, and I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I appreciate y'all's support. Peace, love, all that. All right, everybody, if you got any question, like a crucial question, ask it now. Then I'm out. If you got one question, throw it in now. It's 3:27 over there. Where are you? If you got any question of important magnitude, I'm going to give everybody like 10 seconds. And then I'm going to sleep. I don't want to be too sudden. Do you know any? Okay. Hey, man, I love you. Good night. Definitely going to be on next time. Yes, please. Come here every night. Listen, normally it's 5:30 p.m., but this week my daughters have a recital coming up, so they have to go to practice a lot. So it's like 8:30 supposed to be, but I got home late today. All right. Do you know anything that's going to happen for sure in the future? Oh yeah, yes, 100%. one thing that you can always bet on is that this matrix, civilization itself, is going to crumble. I cannot give you the exact date. This Western civilization, though, only has about seven more years, somewhere around there, give or take. So before it starts like going through a crisis period, and then you'll pretty much, as a collective, have the choice to reset it. So, yeah, I know that. I have no doubt in my mind. That's like the sun coming up and the sun coming down. Civilizations are unsustainable. They must crumble. They must fall. They cannot help themselves. And that's just the reality. What's next? In context of what? Do we need to be careful about drawing doors? Where do we need to know before that? You need to imagine coming to a place that we're all going, sharing a dream with a bunch of people who you want to see, right? And so let me be more specific. So when you draw a door, you put a door on a wall, you put the door out there, you put the name. All that is symbolism in your brain, right? Now, all that is symbols. So it's really about what your mind thinks of the door, what your mind thinks of the name you put on the door. So your mind thinks of the name when you put shared dream room on the door, right? If you're thinking to meet with us in the dream realm, that's where the door is going to take you. Because it doesn't work technologically, it works from your imagination. Thank you, love you, brother. I love you. How can I evolve into what I really want to be? Evolution doesn't work like that. You know. But if you want to be your higher self, listen to your higher self. Listen to your higher self. You know what your higher self sounds like. So just listen to them and follow them. How do I clarify signs and get consistency? Meditate on them. All right. Love y'all.